child, misunderstood catastrophically, and born from the propensity of your father to run wild. Love child, whispers of religious heresy. No, we shouldn't be allowed to see the other side of the church doors. Love child, growing up so bleak and gruff, and never understanding love, complexities within your heart, lost between the mires of simple physicality, far too numb and blind to ever see the beauty hiding in the truth. Love child, accruing check marks, notches on your belt, cavalier you label burning, lost you felt as some type of sacred love. Love child, your love runs like poison in my veins. You don't mean it, but you cannot help but taint every single thing you touch. Love child, paper crown made from money that you stole, pouring liquor through that hole in your black soul, sitting on your self-made throne. Love child, and traumatized by all the things unsaid, forever running from the voices in your head. You're so scared to be alone. Love child, brimming esoteric flawed philosophy, a self-fulfilling prophecy of your deepest, darkest fears. Love child, and all of the well-meaning advices are swallowed up in your selfish vices. Wisdom falls upon deaf ears. Love child, took your sour grapes and turned them into wine, drank it down, and now you're damned to pay the fine of your debauchery you'll atone. Love child, neath that old oak tree they'll lay you in the ground. Listen carefully, you'll hear the sound of the voices through the pines. Love child, abandoned from the very start, and now possessing of a cold and lifeless heart, you were bound to be alone.
Victoria, Love Child. So tell me, what inspired that?
That's a loaded question. About a year and several months ago, I entered into my first and last relationship. I have always been very guarded, but as you guys know, the dating pool is, it's murky. And but I took a chance. I opened my heart, and that person absolutely crushed it. And so, and had their own side of the story. So Love Child is my side of the story.
Wow.
And it's basically about someone who doesn't really grasp or understand love, but does everything in their power to try to maniacally keep people by their side. And then at the end of the story, they're all alone.
Wow.
Poetic justice.
Wow. So how do you feel performing that song?
For me, it's a really personal, very emotional song. First of all, I love to sing, I love singing Fleetwood Mac and things like that, but I consider myself more of a writer and a poet who can sing enough to just get the point across. So for me, the songs are very much poetry, in motion. The song, when I write, typically, I have to really kind of think about who's the character, what's the objective, what's the motive. I was actually sitting in Waffle House, eating waffles as one does and drinking coffee, and the melody, the lyrics just hit me like a lightning bolt. It's like I could see it all. And my phone was dead, as it always is, because everybody who knows me knows my phone is always dead. So I grabbed this old receipt and just maniacally wrote it down. And I knew it was sort of a purge, I had to just get it out of me. So
wow, that is awesome. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Now, Victoria, not those who don't know, Victoria is actually a model, an actress, and now an artist. How do you balance all of the careers?
That's a great question. I don't know. A lot of coffee, and I think there is a little bit of compartmentalization that you have to do kind of among all of them. And I was a theater nerd. I mean, Shakespeare was my thing.
Okay.
So I'm sure you can probably tell in my writing, like it's a little bit, I'm not putting myself on the level of Shakespeare, but there is that influence there for sure, the poetry. Modeling, I was on the show America's Next Top Model and work in the business of modeling and production. It's a crazy industry to be in. And then I think having to balance all of the worlds, it's like Mark Twain said, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
That is
so,
true.
And you have to keep a passion for it. You can't get apathetic. You can't get just complacent. You have to kind of keep that passion. And I really think passion and purpose are the two things that really, the driving forces. Absolutely.
I love that. Now, do you believe that singing is the career path that you want to pursue long term, or is it kind of you're still wanting to balance all of them?
Sure. Well, first and foremost, my production company that I have, I have thousands of rotating clients that I'm constantly, invoicing and getting back to messages. So I'm the one-stop shop. I would say that is my bread and butter. That's my main thing. But this music kind of came, the person that I was involved with some time ago, I enjoyed singing with them. I genuinely enjoyed it, like covers and things like that. And I thought, just because this relationship ended, why do I have to quit doing something that I love? Like, the sky is the limit. So I judged Joshua Katrib, who you just saw playing, a phenomenal, like a prodigy. I was judging a talent competition and I saw him play and something just spoke to my soul. I was like, I wasn't supposed to, but I whipped out my little camera and I'm like videoing him. And I felt like it was kismet reconnecting with him, because he really just, his art is incredible. His playing is incredible. So I'm interested as a writer, as a poet who also sings, to get the poetry across. I want to ride this out and see where it goes.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
I love that. Don't limit yourself.
Yeah.
Now, where can we find your music?
Of course. Well, Poetic Justice is the duo. So if you're on Instagram, it's at Victoria Henley. Backstage Pass with Victoria is my iHeartRadio show and podcast. So we're actually going to be putting the music up there. You can find behind the scenes where we're going to be. Once Heard is actually Joshua's group. So he has a YouTube channel and we're kind of merging some of our stuff together there.
All right. We'll make sure we have all their information posted on our website at WALB.com. But don't go just yet. We'll have more TNC coming up right after the break.